When men say they don't want women to know their real nature, this is what they mean. Not all men. Some men are opposed to women having equal rights for a variety of cultural and socioeconomic reasons. They want the unequal rights, they want the hierarchy, they want gender roles, and they want the women to stay in their lane. Because everything that has been built, generation after generation, is being called into question, and they are not proponents for change, especially when they do not see benefit to it for them. The men are protecting other men. Men have loyalty to other men. It's man for man. The man bro club rules. It's not man for women. It's truly evident here. In this episode, we will break down the common reasons why some men oppose equal rights. Equal rights challenges traditional male roles. Men may feel that equal rights diminishes their role as providers and protectors. Men fear that increasing female participation in the workforce will create more competition for jobs and resources. They don't want to fight against women for their jobs in an already competitive workforce, where layoffs are common. This may even add fuel to the fire in an already misogynist society and may give men even more reason to feel contempt. They worry that the traditional financial advantages they had may no longer be available. There's a fear that they won't be able to achieve the same lifestyle and economic status that their fathers did. Equal rights do not seek to diminish the role of men as providers or protectors, but instead promote the idea that both men and women should have the freedom to choose their roles based on individual preferences and talents. Encouraging shared responsibilities in relationships and society can benefit both genders, allowing men to have more flexibility in how they contribute to their families and communities. The goal is not to erase traditional roles but to create a space for everyone to thrive regardless of gender expectations. 2. It's not that we would be reinventing the wheel. Other cultures and countries have more equal representation. We could learn and implement strategies and start to shift the culture, as there has been positive feedback from both genders in these situations. Fear of losing social privileges. Some men may fear it will dismantle historical and cultural privileges, impacting their status and role as traditional family providers. Men's livelihood is more important to them because it looks to uproot, change, or modify almost every element or privilege men have had, and frankly, they don't want this change. Specifically, men are more likely to hold leadership positions and earn higher wages due to gender bias in hiring and promotions. Men are less likely to face gender-based violence, such as sexual harassment or domestic abuse. Men are expected to be the decision makers both in families and society, giving them more influence. They like being the decision makers as it provides a sense of control and autonomy over their lives. Equal rights aims to level the playing field, not to strip anyone of their privileges. The idea is to ensure that everyone, regardless of gender, has access to the same opportunities and protections. It's about ensuring fair treatment, where the focus shifts from maintaining privileges for one group to ensuring that everyone, including men, can enjoy the same rights, opportunities, and protections without fear of being marginalized. Sense of identity tied to masculinity. Men might feel that allowing equal rights will challenge qualities associated with traditional masculinity, like strength and authority. Masculinity should not be defined by rigid expectations, such as being the sole provider or always being in control. Equal rights allows men to express their full selves without feeling confined by outdated gender norms. Men can still embrace qualities like strength, authority, and leadership while also nurturing empathy, vulnerability, and cooperation. Why would they want any of that to change? And to support women? Females, as they call us. The ones they were taught to not be like since they were little boys. Why would they want to take away any of their privileges? What's in it for them? True empowerment for both men and women comes when they are free to define themselves on their own terms, without being forced into roles dictated by society. Fear of changing family dynamics. Men who value traditional family roles may feel honoring equal rights will disrupt established family norms, which may lead to confusion over roles. They want to be the one in charge, the one who calls the shots, the one who gets paid the most and makes the financial decisions. The enactment of equal rights fosters a healthier family dynamic by encouraging shared responsibilities and mutual respect between partners. What would happen if the men respected women? This shift allows both partners to be involved in parenting, decision-making, and household management. This isn't about undermining men's roles but creating an environment where everyone can contribute in a way that's fulfilling. A family where both partners are equal in responsibilities and support leads to stronger relationships and better outcomes for children, benefiting all family members. Misperception of equal rights goals. Some men may misunderstand the goals of allowing equal rights, viewing it as anti-male rather than advocating for gender equality. This misunderstanding can lead to resentment or resistance. Some men don't want the added competition women would bring to the workforce, challenging them in their roles, in finances, and encroaching on their authority. If women start to make man money, then maybe the women wouldn't need the men so much to provide. Men fear that policies may be written to be more supportive of women, i.e., parental leave, equal pay. These issues are real and significant in our society. These issues challenge everything men work for, their motivations, their identity. To women, this is a matter of life and death. With the way our current legislation is leaning in the USA, if women choose to have sex with a man, it could mean she could die from it. That is the reality we are facing now. Bigger issues are likely to surface as women continue to pull back from traditional roles in society. We already see the growing traction of the 4B movement, where women are opting out of dating, marrying, or having children with men and instead focusing on self-sufficiency. Do the men believe this is a good move for society? Did they fail to see the bigger picture? Equal rights does not aim to create conflict between men and women, rather, they focus on fairness and justice. And no matter how many times this is said, it's as if it has fallen on deaf ears because men believe it's about taking away their rights. Some may view equal rights as a zero-sum game, where one group must lose for the other to win, but this is a misperception. The goal is to eliminate gender-based inequalities so that all people, whether male or female, can live more fulfilling and equal lives. It's about dismantling the systems that limit individual potential based on gender, not about pitting one side against the other. When we look at everything discussed, it's clear that some men still hold on tightly to the belief that they should continue to have access to the same life and privileges afforded to them in society without having to make any changes. Change for men usually comes from consequences. The women may back down from the men and no longer support their efforts. And the men will say, "Where did the females go?" And even when it doesn't serve them in the long run, when it causes confusion, loneliness, and frustration, they'll resist change because it feels like losing control. At the end of the day, it's all about fear. Fear of losing status, fear of being seen as irrelevant, fear of not making the same amount of money, having the big home, or having the same lifestyle to impress their man friends. This stubbornness to maintain a power imbalance hurts them too. It traps them in a world that's rapidly changing and evolving, and rather than embracing that change, they're holding on to what is deeply familiar even if it's to their detriment. If you like this video, give us a like, share, and subscribe for more. As always, drop a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching.